What's going on, Facebook Internet World? Your Bojinger Car certified high performance coach here with another Sunday conversation. So listen up, Sunday conversation. It's going to be a different Sunday conversation than our normal conversation that we have, but it's going to serve you. I know it will in order to do so. So right now, I want you to put hashtag replay for me. Hashtag replay, because if you're watching this portion of this conversation, that means that you are watching the replay. And I want you to actually be here, be present here. Take a few moments with me and just be present with me with it, because I really want to talk about something real tonight. I want to talk about a version of you that no one else sees. And it's that version that is still fighting to rise. That's really still fighting to rise and be able to make it and be able to go through. And I want you to understand this comes from a real personal place for me, because we are literally 2 days away from the anniversary when I lost my leg. So it'll be 1 year in 2 days when I had the actual surgery, when it actually happened, and those different things with that. And so it's been something that's been on my mind. I've been really, really focused on. I've been really, really thinking about it and processing and going through. And so I've been through a lot, a lot of loss, a lot of transition, a lot of pain. And so, you don't expect those things in your life. You don't expect those things to happen. And you don't ask for those things to happen at all whatsoever. What's up, Brett? I know, right? Happy anniversary. That's I guess, right? One of those things, with it. And the thing is that the biggest thing though is that I'm still here. Not broken, just being reshaped and being rebuilt. And so that's a key piece for me, that reshaping and that rebuilding that is so important. So I'm going to share a story with you that really hit me deep. And I promise that if you've been in that place of starting over, rebuilding in that place, that this place is just for you. So, there is a story that's been going around the internet now for years and years and years about the eagle, right? That when an eagle turns 40 years old, that it has to, sharpen down his talons and take his talons down, and that he has to break his beak, and that he has to get rid of his feathers and all these other different pieces, right? And all this stuff. And so it's built in mythology. It truly is, because it's not true. Like many things on the internet. I don't know that you know this. But Abraham Lincoln said that not everything on the internet is true. Yeah, so not everything here on Beyonce's internet is actually true. But understand the fact that there's a real lesson in the story. So the biology is not completely true of it, but there is an emotional truth that is there. And there has to be a moment. There's going to become a moment in your life where what used to serve you doesn't serve you anymore. Okay? What used to serve you doesn't serve you anymore. Okay? So, I've been in that moment. Having to be on my back for 6 months. Having to let go of old tools, of old titles, of old relationships, even old identities, honestly. It's been a process of grieving, of healing, of shifting, but no matter what, still somehow building. And that's something that's big for you with that, and really understanding the fact that sometimes we still have to build, and we still have to be able to do that. And I know that I'm not the only one that has gone through that. I know that's not true. Somebody who's watching this right now has been in that same space, that you've been with that point where you have to let go of what was to step into what is next. That's a key thing. Letting go of what was to step into what is really next. Because the thing is that sometimes we really do have to release the things that are around us in order for us to really be able to fly and for us to be able to grow. And at the time, it doesn't feel like it. At the time, it feels like that I need to hold on to this thing. I need to be in this space. I need to be able to make it in order for me to be able to make it. But we don't even realize that that might be the anchor that is so heavy and so hard. And the albatross is so difficult for us to be able to go and be able to move and be able to do so. And so that's one of the reasons why we've created a real program for you. And so you've been seeing me. I've been having these great authors that have been writing books and getting things done and being able to really get their stories out. And it's been amazing. And it's been my honor to be a part of that with people. That's my honor. It's truly like something that is an honor for me to even be a small part of that, to do so. But as a real push for me to getting closer to what my overall goal is and what I really want to be able to do, because my goal at all times is to leave a positive residue on everyone who I meet. So for there to be real positivity that's there that I leave for people, for them to be able to have it, that's what's important to me. In order for me to be able to have that positivity, be able to rock and be able to move and be able to do that. Okay. And so we're really put into a push of what we like to call Summer Madness. And so with Summer Madness, what it's really about is that it's not just a book program. It's about reclaiming your voice. It's about telling your story. It's about building something that outlives the pain. It's not about just like, oh, guys, I got to cry about all these different stories, because all of us have been through stuff that's cryable. Okay. We've all been through something to cry about. I don't think at all that like, oh my gosh, I've been through something that no one else has ever been through or anything along those lines. It's never been my feeling. What I want you to understand is that your story matters. Your story absolutely matters. Whether you're in the middle of the fight or whether you're on the other side of it, your story absolutely matters. And you owe it to the world to tell it. And not just tell it, but tell it right. See, for me, it's all about 3 T's. If we can do something that teaches somebody something, then I'm really excited about that. So we can do something where they feel taught from it and they feel like they've learned something from it, then that's great. So if we can use our experiences to teach somebody something, then that is amazing for me. It's terrific. All right. They learn something. That's great. But the next T is a next higher T. And the next higher T is that it actually transforms someone. So if what it is that you have been through actually transforms someone else, it could transform their life. Maybe what it is that you learned about sales, maybe what it is that you learned about business, maybe what it is that you learned about your life, maybe the mistakes it is that you made in your life, whatever it is, that someone can learn from them and it'll transform them and they will be better for it. Then man, that's amazing, because then we can transform it as to be able to do and be transformative and huge. All right. But the third piece of that would be if it can transcend time. If what we can do can actually transcend time, it's something that we can teach once and it can be repeatable and teachable over and over again, then now we have something that is marketable, that we can push, that we can be able to get done. For me, it's about how do we tell amazing stories? How do we make sure that we tell amazing stories that people can be able to move forward with and be able to learn from, and that can transform people and that they can go back to. They can be able to go back to and be able to go and be able to move. Yo, I don't want us to sit here and keep telling the same story. I don't want to think back to like what it was a year ago. A year ago, man, I was scared to death, for real. I'm going to be honest with you. I was scared to death. It's like, man, I got to lose my leg. That's going to be like a horrible thing. But going through that moment is the reason why I'm stronger now. Going through that difficulty in my life is a reason for being better. Whatever it is that you've gone through in your life, that's the reason for it. You're still here. You're here to hear me. So if you're here to hear me, then let's seize it. I was talking to one of my really good friends. I was talking to my god brother today. And we were just talking about the fact that what we don't have a lot of in this world is time. It feels like just yesterday that we were like 10 and running around and playing basketball and on a team and, you know, had all these things in the world, all these dreams in the world that were ahead of us. It feels like that. I know for us that our Gen Xers, that's how it feels, right? That it wasn't that long ago that you were a kid. It wasn't that long ago that we were doing all these things. And you can remember them clearly. But here we are now with an opportunity to be able to make things better in order to be able to be great. And so what I'm doing is that this week coming up on Wednesday through Friday, I am running a free 3-day masterclass. Okay? It's called Summer Madness. And what we're doing is we're going to take that madness out of life and we're going to turn it into meaning. I'm going to give away our entire process, what it is that we do, how it is we go from idea to book written in 30 days. Literally. I'm going to teach you how to be able to finally write your book, how to be able to build the authority it is that you want to be able to have, and how to be able to launch it in just 30 days. Even if life has been lifing, okay? Even if you feel like that you don't have it all together, it's literally okay. Because what we don't have is time. This is your sign. If you've been looking for your sign, this is your sign, all right? If you've been waiting on the perfect timing, that timing is now. I need you to understand that. Not because life is easy. Not because life is just so simple. It's because your story is needed right now, okay? So tonight, in about an hour and a half, I'm going to drop a link for it. I said this class is free. This class is only free for the first 10 people who register. After that, the class goes up. It'll gradually go up as far as in pricing. But for the first 10 people who register, it is free. Okay? And that's really, really the truth. Okay? Your favorite quote from the rookie. If you were up to this moment, it doesn't have to be where you're going for. Who you were up to this moment doesn't have to be who you are going for. That's absolutely true. That's a great quote. It really is. Like, who you are up to this moment actually is what creates that person who's next. So many of us spend so much time worried about who it is that we were that we can't see how it is to be able to get to where it is that we're going, who it is that we are. Like who it is that we're meant to be. Like, that's good or bad. Many times. Dude, I mean, I thought I was going to be playing ball. That was my thought, right? I'll be playing ball, playing in the NFL. So, like, when I got injured and couldn't play anymore, like, I took a very long time to figure out what was next in my life because I spent so much time worrying about what it was that I was. That was it. Like, I sat up here and thought about what it was. You see behind me, I'm in my man cave today. So you see behind me, see, like, all the sports stuff, right? Like, literally, I spent so much time thinking about who it was that I couldn't be able to figure out and take. How did I learn that stuff? So, like, all that stuff from coaches, spending time in intense levels with coaches, like, it's things I use to this day with clients. Literally. I had no idea that would be that'd be necessary. I had no idea that I would need those problem-solving skills. Like, that's what a lot of our problems in this world that we aren't able to get through with is because we don't have the problem-solving skills and the structure in order to be able to do it in life. And so, literally, that's what it was for me, in order to be able to do so. Okay? And so, listen, you drop the word reshape in the comments. I'll make sure when this link drops that I'll drop the link for you. It is free for the first 10 people. All right? I'm going to teach for 3 days next week. Like, literally be able to teach you step by step how to do this and get it done. And yes, I will offer you a way for you to be able to get it done for you. Because we have a done for you program. Absolutely. But I'm going to teach you step by step how to do it. So if you've been thinking, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to create. I want to be able to move. Now's your time. Let's get it done. I told you this Sunday conversation will be a little bit different. And so I just really want to know who else really feels like they're in their season of becoming? All right. If you've ever felt like you're being reshaped, understand the fact that you're still rising. Okay? You are still rising. Absolutely. I got you. I appreciate you, Brett. I definitely will send you the link for the class in order to do so, okay? If you ever thought, what's your dream book title? If you're watching this on the replay, because a good portion of our people watching replay. If you're watching the replay with that, great, Angel. I appreciate that. I'm glad. I'll send you that. I'll send you that link for that as well too, okay? If you think, what is your dream book title? What do you think it might be? Okay? Because we are going to do something. We're putting out, it's my goal to drop 50 stories this first half of the year. This is the first half of the year. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it in the second half of the year. Just in the first half of the year, I wanted to drop 50 stories. Help 50 people drop their stories. And like I said, a story doesn't have to be that it is, oh, this is this horrible thing that happened. Story can be, this is how I think about business. This is how I think about parenting. This is how I think about these different things. Because being able to have those things, look, it's crazy in the world right now. When you're going out trying to get a job, what if you could walk in trying to get a job and you wrote a book on the thing it is you want to get a job on? Like, doesn't that make you an instant expert? Like, literally? Don't you think that might be helpful in the process? I want you to think outside the box. I know that's a very cliche saying, but I want you to think outside the box. All right, think outside the box of how it is that we go and how we create and how we get it done. Okay. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Hey, look, a Sunday conversation for me. That means today is Schedule Sunday. On Schedule Sunday, I schedule out everything it is I need to get done for the week. I have a hectic, crazy week, but we're going to get it done. We're going to knock it out. We're going to be able to do so. Be live and present for the class. I have no idea where I'm going to be, but I will be on Zoom. I'll be live and present for the class in order to be able to do so and get it knocked out. All right. Monday for me is Magic Monday. Magic Monday is the day that I try to create magic in my business and in my life. For my business, that means that we aim and target people who pay 3 times what our normal client would pay. All right, so these are just business customers, what we're looking at there in order to be able to do so. Okay. On Tuesday is Talk About It Tuesday. Talk About It Tuesday is all about talking about your business as much as you can to everyone that you meet. Let's be able to figure out how we get that done and get that knocked out. Wednesday is Work It Wednesday. On Work It Wednesday, it's about working in my business, not necessarily on my business. And so that is the day that it's about education for me. I got to be able to be educated to be able to do so. Thursday is Together Thursday. On Together Thursday, it's about how it is that we can collaborate and work together and be able to get those things done. All right. Friday for me is Follow Up Friday. On Follow Up Friday, it's about following up on all those things that fell through the crack. And on Saturday, it's Sanity Saturday. Got to do something to keep me sane. That's what it is. Brett, he said, feel like people don't appreciate you enough. You lost your leg and you're still here. Sometimes that'd be better. You could easily be sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself. We could all be going through it. Man, I appreciate that, Brett. Seriously. I do. It is the thing that, honestly, for me, it is what that keeps me going. I love the fact of trying to help people and do so, and then to continue to keep walking on this path. And so walking became something completely different for me. It became more than just a metaphor. And so when something becomes more than just a metaphor, you really think about how it is you want to be able to keep going and be able to rock it out. So it's anniversary coming up, day after tomorrow. We'll be able to rock it out though. It'll still be good. All right. So I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, catch us on the replay, put #replay for me. Also, make sure that you put Reshape in the comments, and I will send you the link. We drop the link for this because I'm dropping it to my email list as well too. My email list that goes out in the morning, and so we'll go through those 10 spaces in the morning. Absolutely, I'm sure of that. But I'm gonna make it to my social media first. So we'll drop that link here in about 90 minutes, and do so, and I'll put it there. But I will drop it directly. I'll inbox it directly to you guys who said Reshape. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I will talk to you very, very soon. See you this week. We'll be back and forth. I'll be doing some be doing some chatting back and forth, of course. But have a great, great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.